Hey guys, this is Kon-El, and today I'm doing an advanced review for Young Justice Outsiders. Yes, finally the show is here, and so glad I'm able to kind of give you a sneak peek of what's gonna come for this show and talk about what I thought about these first 3 episodes. And I actually have reviewed every episode of the show on this channel. It's definitely a big part of my channel, so I'm happy to be reviewing every episode again for Young Justice. So let's get started. Now with this one, of course, no spoilers. But we get to see the metahuman trafficking definitely heightened in these first 3 episodes. And I will say that it's very much a slow burn, and a lot of things are very subtle. There's a lot of small moments I really liked about this. I will say something with Miss Martian's look was interesting. I won't go into detail with that. We get little tidbits of what's been going on with Artemis. Those are the stuff I really liked. But there was no real big arc for them that, and that was a little disappointing. There wasn't really that heavy hit that I wanted, since it's been so long, since Young Justice has been on television and we've seen a season. That's always been its strongest elements, was those big, powerful character moments, like thinking back at Miss Martian's image episode in season 1 where we find out she's a white Martian, or when Artemis gets stabbed in season 2. I kind of wanted that big moment to return, and we really get to see, I would say, a very safe return. There's just, it feels like a lot of mystery and secrets, but not enough where you're like, oh my god, that just happened. It's just a lot of build-up, especially with the Markovia stuff. We get to learn a little bit more about Geo-Force, where I'm still not totally sold on the character, but that kind of tends to happen with Young Justice. They grow on you as the show goes on, and you get to learn more about them. It definitely was just more of a setup for them. And one moment I was kind of disappointed with was Black Lightning. There's a moment that happens in the show that's supposed to be not heartfelt, but I guess heart-wrenching, and they just keep repeating it, and it didn't have the weight as I think the writers and creators wanted it to have. But the animation for this is pretty solid overall. I like the new character designs for some of these characters. Also, I am a little disappointed though on how they utilized the new 52 designs for the Justice League because of the movies. I felt that was a little lazy, but there's some really interesting action sequences. Like there's one moment where we have some of the characters go undercover and they put a little button like thing on the cameras, and it has this swirl type thing on their face. I thought that was cool. There's this fog fight that happens that was really cool looking. So there's definitely some unique and creative fighting / espionage stuff that happens here. Another big positive of these episodes is Artemis, as always. I love her sarcasm, and anytime she was on screen, she genuinely made me laugh. So very happy to see Artemis is a character that really returned full throttle. I won't say that for all the characters. I think Miss Martian definitely was pushed to the side, at least in these first 3 episodes. Definitely want to see more of her, and it seems like she's changed a bit. And I definitely want to see if that's just because the voice actress was just trying to get him back to the character, or is it because like something has happened to her, like something damaging has happened to her. So definitely curious to hopefully learn more about Miss Martian. Dick Grayson has an interesting mystery, so he's pretty solid. Aqualad, we don't get to see as much of, sadly, but I believe the voice actor who voices Black Lightning is the same voice actor, because I could hear similarities in their voice, so that was interesting. Yeah, those are definitely the big characters we get to see, but I will say when they're interacting with each other, definitely more about the espionage and not the shining character moments that we're used to with the team dynamic. Obviously, it still feels like the team because of their history they've had, but I definitely wanted a little bit more from them. So overall, I was a little underwhelmed with these first 3 episodes. Again, there was no wow moment for me, and I still don't know how to really feel about the overarching story of Markovia, and I don't know if I'm feeling the metahuman trafficking or how people dislike metahumans. It's very much just like telling us that we should feel this way, and I'm not actually feeling that way. There's just like a lot of news stories and stuff. But one thing I also enjoyed about this show is the Easter eggs. Speaking of news stories, there's some characters that pop up. I won't mention them, but definitely some fan favorites for me that pop up, small glimpses here. But speaking of characters we know that were supposed to show up that do not have anything in these first 3 episodes is Spoiler and Arrowette. They literally just are shown and do not have speaking roles, and it kind of goes back to, I guess, the negative of Young Justice is it's a huge cast, so, and a lot of characters we all already love, so how do you balance that cast members, and they kind of don't here. There's, you know, obviously the newer characters from season 2, you want to see what happened to them. There's new characters that are just appearing here that you want to see more of, and just not enough time. But you know, that's obviously going to be the positives and negatives of a non-binging show where they're taking little gaps of episodes and showing them to you and not actually making you binge the whole season. So far, I think this might have been a better binge season show, but we'll have to wait and see. But let me know in the comments below, what are you expecting with the new season? Again, I was a little underwhelmed with these first 3 episodes, but I definitely see a lot of build up, and I put Young Justice in a different standard. I think that's the reason why too. And again, there is definitely a lot of promise with these episodes, just not a moment where I'm like, whoa, Young Justice is back. So I'm going to give this one 3.5 stars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page for Like Father, Like Daughter. And also, be sure to check out Comic Frontline Live, every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where we talk about comic news and top 5 comics. So be sure to check that out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Bye.